From the hangar in Lancaster, California, I'm Joseph.
And I'm Angel.
This week in our city, a recap of Southern California's recent Hurricane Hilary, which took LA County by storm. A highlight of PrimeTime Party Rentals, your one-stop shop for planning memorable events. An interview with Grace Wang of the aerospace company Stratolaunch, who returns to our studio with an update following their recent flight tests, and a conversation with Lancaster native and the former technical director of the 412 Test Wing Operations Group at Edwards Air Force Base.
Followed by a look at Lancaster's Sergeant Steve Owen Memorial Park, the Boulevard back-to-school dance party that allowed families and friends to get up and get grooving, renowned pop-up shop Refi Snacks, who serve up refreshing agua frescas and freeze-dried candy, and a look at the Great Wall Restaurant, which brings Mandarin and Szechuan cuisine to Lancaster.
Tropical Storm Hilary brought an unexpected twist to Lancaster as the normally arid region experienced an unusual bout of heavy rain and gusty winds. Residents were caught off guard by the uncharacteristic weather, which led to localized flooding and disrupted daily routines. Despite the surprise, the community rallied to manage the impacts, with local authorities quickly responding to assist those affected by the sudden influx of water. To help us learn more, let's switch over to reporter in the field, Jacobo Garrido. Take it away, Jacobo.
Hello, I'm Jacobo Garrido. I am currently standing in a vacant parking lot in front of the hangar. But as you can see behind me, the aftermath after Tropical Storm Hilary has left this lot looking a lot more like Apollo Park, but with less ducks. In an unparalleled turn of events, the usually arid landscape of California's Antelope Valley found itself battling the wrath of Tropical Storm Hilary that swept through the region, causing havoc and leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. The city of Lancaster, located within the greater Antelope Valley, emerged as one of the hardest hit areas, grappling with the unexpected impact of the storm. Tropical Storm Hilary, a rare phenomenon for the region, formed unexpectedly and quickly gained strength as it moved inland from the Pacific. The storm system, which bore striking similarities to a hurricane, brought heavy rainfall, fierce gusts of wind, and even isolated tornadoes, causing widespread damage across the region. Lancaster, a city known for its clear skies and sunny climate, was ill-equipped to handle the onslaught of rain that Tropical Storm Hilary provided. Infrastructure struggled to cope as streets turned into temporary rivers and trees were uprooted by the powerful winds. The greater Antelope Valley was not spared either. Surrounding towns and rural areas experienced similar hardships, with homes flooded, roads blocked, and agricultural fields inundated. The rare tropical storm phenomenon left residents in disbelief as they grappled with the aftermath of the disaster. Government agencies and relief organizations swiftly mobilized to provide aid to the affected communities. Local residents, known for their resilience, came together to support one another and lend a helping hand during these trying times. As the storm systems moved on and the skies cleared, the extent of the damage became more apparent. Cleanup and recovery efforts are now in full swing as residents, local businesses, and government agencies work to restore normalcy to the Antelope Valley. The unexpected encounter with the tropical storm serves as a reminder that even regions not typically prone to such weather events must remain vigilant and prepared for the unexpected. The recent tropical storm that swept through the city of Lancaster has left its citizens to stand united, demonstrating their resilience in the face of nature's unexpected fury. For further updates on the impact and wake of Tropical Storm Hilary here in the city, you can sign up now for local emergency alerts by texting Lancaster CA to 888-777. Well, Lancaster, it seems as if Tropical Storm Hilary left us a plentiful amount of rain. But the truth still stands. You can never outrun the course that Mother Nature has in store for us. This has been Jacobo Garrido, reporting for L28.
Despite the crazy weather, all of the flooding, a huge shout out to the city of Lancaster for providing resources like sandbags to help protect some of the homes. And the public works team working round the clock to drain the storm drains, make sure the flooding is taken care of. It made dealing with the aftermath of everything a lot easier, I feel. They really alleviated some of that tension and that pressure, I'm sure, that the community felt. For all your event planning needs, look no further than PrimeTime Party Rentals. The local, family-owned business offers a comprehensive range of services and products to ensure your occasions are unforgettable. Let's turn to our correspondent Joseph Leo, who brings us an exclusive look.
If you've been to any local event here in Lancaster, chances are you may have run into one of these bounce houses, aka jumpers. I'm Joseph Leo from L28, and I think it's time to party here with PrimeTime Party Rentals. PrimeTime Party Rentals, owned by the dynamic duo of husband and wife, Celia and Octavio DJ Suave Serrano, has become the go-to solution to all your event needs. Situated at 311 East Avenue K8, this premier party rental service offers an extensive range of products and services to make your special occasions truly remarkable.
We got started because of my wife. My wife is the one that had a vision of party rentals, and this was like in 2005, and we had a little money saved up, and we went with it, and we started small, and now, man, we kind of grew, now from 4 jumpers, now it's up to about 95 jumpers.
PrimeTime Party Rentals has a vast selection of high-quality essentials to elevate any event. They provide an array of tables and chairs, ensuring comfortable seating arrangements for guests. Their vibrant jumpers add an extra element of fun for children, making birthdays and celebrations unforgettable.
It's just the glory of it, man. Everybody's happy. They see the jumpers, they want to come, and you know what? We satisfy not only the parents, but the kids. And then we satisfy the kids. Parents are happy because, the kids have something to do.
But PrimeTime Party Rentals goes beyond the basics. They specialize in party decorations for all occasions, including stunning flowers and enchanting balloons. With an eye for detail, they create an atmosphere that captures the essence of your event. Moreover, their collection of party favor adds a personal touch, leaving attendees with cherished mementos.
It's just the smile on everybody. Honest to God, man. If you really look at everybody, the parents are having a good time. The kids are just enjoying themselves.
Adding more enjoyment to the mix, DJ Suave gets on the ones and twos, cutting up exceptional music, ensuring an unforgettable experience on the dance floor. Additionally, they provide an extensive range of event essentials, including tents, lighting, linen, AstroTurf, dance floors, stages, silverware, chinaware, and heaters. They have everything needed to transform any space into a remarkable venue, regardless of the weather.
Our job is to make sure that it's all about safety. We got to make sure that we go around each jumper, make sure that the parents are good with it, make sure the kids are having a good time. And yeah, man, just a smile at the end of everything, brother.
So the next time you're planning your kid's birthday party, quinceañera, corporate event, family gathering, keep in mind PrimeTime Party Rentals. This is Joseph Leo with L28 News on Lancaster Boulevard. Back to you in the studio.
So Joe, how inspiring is it for a small business to be able to go from 4 jumpers to now 95? And some of them aren't even jumpers. You can shoot basketballs in them. They have little ones for the toddlers now. It's incredible.
It's absolutely remarkable. Each local event that you go to, you see all these jumpers. The kids are jumping up and down. They got mementos, bubble makers, electric swords. It's amazing. It really sets off the mood, and the kids are happy. So if the kids are happy, the parents are happy, and PrimeTime Rentals, they're definitely that one-stop shop.
Don't go anywhere. When we return from the break, the team will be bringing you an interview with Grace Wang of Stratolaunch, who returns to talk about their latest achievements, followed by a feature on former technical director and instructor at Edwards Air Force Base, Jessica Peterson.
Welcome back to L28. Next up, a focus on aeronautics in the Antelope Valley. Grace Wang from Stratolaunch returns to share details of their latest flight tests, followed by a conversation with Jessica Peterson, a former U.S. Air Force instructor and the technical director of the 412th Test Wing Operations Group. We recently had the pleasure of inviting Grace Wang, a project manager at Stratolaunch, an aerospace company specializing in high-altitude hypersonic testing, into our L28 studio. In her initial visit, she told us all there is to know about the innovative aerospace company, but also shared details about their exciting and upcoming flight tests of their unmanned reusable testbed, Talon A. Here's that clip now.
Are there any upcoming flight tests at Stratolaunch that you can share a little bit of insight on?
Yeah. In the coming weeks, we're going to do our separation flight test with our first vehicle called TA0, Talon A0. And the point of that test is to make sure that we've got clean and safe separation between Talon A and rock.
We welcomed Grace back to the studio to delve into the details of that flight test and its much anticipated outcome, which answered whether or not their hypersonic Talon A aircraft could successfully separate from its shuttle, the world's largest operating aircraft, Rock. Grace also shares insights into Stratolaunch's exciting future endeavors and innovative projects, which involve repurposing a newly acquired Boeing 747 jet. Here's our correspondent Ryan Michael with more from Grace Wang.
Grace, thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, Ryan. Thanks for having me here again.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure to have you here. So since we last spoke, I understand a couple exciting things happened over at Stratolaunch. So I just wanted to start off by asking you, could you give us an update on how the TA0 separation test went?
TA0 flight was a great success.
Yeah.
Yeah. In testing, you don't often get to achieve your primary objective and a lot of your secondary objectives too. And we did, so that was great.
So Grace, what is the difference between your Talon 0 and Talon 1, or TA0 and TA1?
Yeah, so they're very, very similar, almost identical. So the point of TA0 was to demonstrate clean and safe separation. And to demonstrate that for TA1, for it to be applicable, you want as much as possible to be the same. So the OML is the same, the structure is almost all the same. The major difference is that TA0 didn't have a real rocket motor in it because it wasn't going to be used. We didn't want to waste all those resources on something that'll go in the ocean. So there was a dummy mast, just some ballast to simulate the rocket motor.
To simulate the weight of it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really interesting.
But
Okay.
otherwise, they were all very similar. TA0 had the same flight control brains, the electrical wiring, the flight control surfaces. So as similar as possible.
I like that. Yeah, that makes sense, so that you can learn from, your sequencing of testing. And if things are so identical, then, you kind of have some realistic data to go off of.
Yeah, that's how we kind of do the build-up test strategy.
Awesome. Well, that's really exciting news. I'm happy to hear that it went well. Can you
Yes.
tell me a little bit about those primary and secondary objectives?
Yeah, of course. So our primary objective with the TA0 separation test was to demonstrate clean and safe separation from the carrier aircraft. And we did that.
All right.
Yeah, and some of our secondary objectives we completed too, and one of the big ones was demonstrating controllability. So after TA0 separated from Rock, we turned on the flight controls, we established a stabilized glide path, we did a couple turns, and then a little flare before it hit the water.
Oh, that is so exciting. So before it hit the water, where did the test end up?
Yeah, we were in the Western Test Range, so over the Pacific, and it landed into the water, and at such high speeds, you're gonna break up the vehicle.
Yeah.
And we had planned for that, and plans came to fruition.
Oh, well, I'm so glad that everything went according to plan, even better so. So it leads me to ask, what are the next steps for Stratolaunch?
Yeah, so that TA0 separation flight brought down a lot of risk, especially the controlled flight part of it. It brought down a lot of risk for our first TA1 hypersonic flight, which will be our next major test.
That is so exciting.
Yeah. So after the TA0 flight, we've been going through data and reviewing some results, and we're doing everything that we can to buy down risk for our TA1 hypersonic flight. And we're targeting that in fall of this year.
All right, super exciting. So we heard that Stratolaunch recently acquired a 747.
Yes.
What's the plan for that versus what you guys are already doing with Rock?
Yes, so Stratolaunch acquired a 747 from Virgin Orbit, and it will supplement Rock's test capacity. Rock is still our mainstay test vehicle, but we've gotten strong signaling from our customers that there's more demand for testing than Rock can keep up with. So the 47 will supplement Rock's capacity, and it'll also increase our global footprint.
So that's really exciting plans that you guys have in motion for your newly acquired 747.
Yeah.
How about Rock? What's Rock going to be working on in the meanwhile?
Yeah, so Rock is planned to complete the Talon A test sequence and continue with Talon A flights, but it'll be supplemented by the 747 in capacity.
Wow. So
Yep.
Could you speak to some of the benefits or maybe advantages of that 747 for your clients?
Yes, definitely. So we just want to be agile to our clients' needs, and our customers have signaled that they need a higher testing pace than we forecast Rock can support. So the 747 will just be a supporting member of our now fleet.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, I'm
Yeah.
happy to hear that the test went better than planned that you guys have added another aircraft to your guys' inventory, and you guys are now expanding and providing for your clients in yet a more diverse way.
Yes, yeah, we're excited to get the 747 in our hands, but first it'll get a new name, it'll get a new paint job, and some maintenance before it comes to Mojave.
Oh, cool, cool.
Yep.
Any ideas for a name yet?
All of us have submitted some names in for consideration, have not chosen one yet, but I'm excited to see what it'll be.
So super exciting news, the acquisition of this new 747. So how does the team feel about this?
Yeah, we've increased our carrier aircraft number from 1 to 2, so tentatively we can call it a fleet.
Nice.
How many airplanes do you think make up a fleet, right?
At least more than
2?
one, right? Yeah.
Let's call it 2. If so, yes, we're at least have the makings of a fleet.
I love it. I love it.
It's a step increase for us.
We're excited to hear what the 747 is going to be working on, and we can't wait to hear how this separation test of the TA1 goes.
Yep.
So Grace, thank you so much for stopping by today. It was awesome catching up with you.
Thanks again.
And we hope to see you soon.
Yes, me too.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you, Ryan, for that. Stratolaunch continues to push boundaries in the aerospace industry, and we're eager to witness their groundbreaking achievements unfold. For more information about the company, including their upcoming flight tests and career opportunities, visit their website, stratolaunch.com.
Edwards Air Force Base is well known throughout the Antelope Valley, as many groundbreaking records have been set in aerospace at this exact facility. Learning about the influence Lancaster natives have had on the base is especially inspiring. Let's watch an interview with L28 correspondent Brianna Herrera and Lancaster native Jessica Sting Peterson, who served as the technical director for the 412th Test Wing Operations Group and as an instructor for the United States Air Force Test Pilot School.
Jessica Sting Peterson is a Lancaster native and civilian at Edwards Air Force Base, which is located along the northern edge of Los Angeles County, where the United States Air Force, NASA, and other entities test and evaluate the latest aerospace advancements and capabilities. Although the area may be on a dry lake bed, nothing about Jessica's work feels dry. Jessica is an instructor flight test engineer at the U.S. Air Force Test Pilot School and technical director for the operations group at Edwards Air Force Base. She has an impressive educational and technical history, earning herself not 1, but 2 master's degrees, and is on her way to obtaining a PhD. She has an impressive resume, but the highlight of her career was when she got to shake the hand of a pilot who was saved by the automatic ground collision avoidance system, a system which automatically takes control of the airplane when there is an issue with the pilot, like the pilot fainting, and prevents aircrafts from hitting the ground by executing a maneuver to avoid impact. Jessica Peterson is a great example of the growth and development that one can have while living in Lancaster. Let's hear more about her background and the importance of growing where you're planted.
So thank you so much for doing this interview and being a part of L28 today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here. This is great.
Absolutely. So I just want to get a little bit more background on your education and then your involvement with Edwards Air Force Base. You've made some huge strides so far. So I just want it to get, just a general overview of what you've accomplished so far.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So my education, my degree is in mechanical engineering, and didn't really know what I wanted to do with that degree. I knew that I was good at math, I was good at science, and I wanted to apply it somehow. And engineering is a good way to apply math and science, but I didn't really know where that focus was going to be. And then I did an internship out at Edwards Air Force Base. But the real reason I went to Edwards was just because it was in my backyard, basically. So I grew up in the Antelope Valley. It was an opportunity to go out to Edwards, build my resume, get some experience, apply that engineering degree. So I stayed at Edwards. I took a full-time job there, and then I went and got a master's degree in mechanical engineering. And then eventually I had the amazing opportunity to go through test pilot school as a civilian. They send 1 to 2 civilians a year, so it's pretty rare that you get to go through test pilot school. So I got to go through test pilot school and then got a master's degree in flight test engineering. So 2 master's degrees, 1 undergraduate degree, and I'm about to start a PhD program full-time to get a PhD in mechanical engineering. So wish me luck. It's going to be challenging, but continuing to just kind of grow and get more expertise.
And I know you were talking about, the different aircraft that you're involved with. I've heard that you flew in over 40 different aircraft so far, reaching an altitude of approximately 50,000 feet, which is pretty high. So can you tell us a little bit about that experience? What was the most memorable part of it?
I'd say probably the most memorable for me, though, is flying in the F-16, the Viper, which is one of our fighter aircraft. That's what I spent a lot of my career working on. And being able to fly in that aircraft during test missions, where we're purposely going out and testing systems on the airplanes, that's really, where I'm doing my job, and it's the most memorable. The system, I've gotten to work on a bunch of different things. The most rewarding system I've worked on is the automatic ground collision avoidance system. Maybe you'll want to talk about that a little bit. But essentially, it's a system that'll prevent the airplane and the pilot from hitting a mountain, hitting the ground. And so testing that system, making sure that it comes on appropriately, pretty memorable, right? Because you're flying the airplane towards the ground, making sure that it's going to activate appropriately, and relying on all that safety planning and all the work we did ahead of time before we went out and tested it. So it's been great.
Thanks for giving us that background. I do actually want to talk about the GCAS system a little bit more. And get a little bit more insights about the experience, the process leading up to it at first, and then maybe what it felt like going into it, and then actually being a part of the test for it.
For testing the automatic ground collision avoidance system, the first thing that we had to do is we had to learn how the system was designed to work. The other thing that we had to do is we had to go and learn operationally how the system was going to be used and the lives that had been lost previously to controlled flight in the terrain. So where had pilots lost their lives? And I mean, that was pretty hard hitting, right? Because these are all people that have, someone's father or mother, their brother, their sister, that had lost their life in an airplane. So trying to figure out what had happened and how we could prevent those things from happening in the future. So that's the first planning piece: learn the system, learn the operation, and then design the test. And so we would go and figure out, okay, how are we going to test this system? And if something goes wrong, how do we make sure in flight test we have plenty of time and plenty of safety measures to be able to make sure that we'll keep that pilot, the test pilot, safe, the flight test engineer in the backseat safe. And then we spent a lot of time in simulators. So if there's any kids that are watching this, kids that like playing video games and like playing in simulators, totally applicable to our jobs, because we do a lot of that before we go fly. Multiple months, sometimes years of preparation before we'd go do the test. And then we go and we do the fun part, we fly and we make sure that the system works appropriately. And then afterwards, you're not done yet. You have to get all the data, you analyze the data, we figure out where there's problems, where we can make the fixes, and then we write that report.
So I want to know, where does Sting come from?
So the rule is I can't tell you the full story of my call sign unless we're sitting together having a beverage. Maybe we'll meet at Starbucks sometime and we can have a latte. And I'll
Love
tell
it.
But I will tell you that the acronym STING, so it is social talents induce noticeable gains, is the call sign STING, and it has to do with the fact that I'm very outgoing and I'm very social. And so while I was going through test pilot school, those social aspects of myself allowed my class to acquire a bus that we painted and we drove everywhere, and that we met a congressman with and drove him around in the bus. And so it has to do with my social talents.
And then for those who are interested in, maybe having a career in aerospace, aviation, space exploration, things like that, what advice would you give them?
This is for the Antelope Valley, for Lancaster, right? Grow where you're planted. It's amazing it's amazing the opportunities that the Antelope Valley has, right? Like, it's just, you look around and it's like we are surrounded by amazing aircraft, and future we have in the Antelope Valley, and the future things that are coming down the line are just amazing. So that's kind of my advice to the Lancaster and Palmdale and Courtsell kids, right? Is grow where you're planted, look at these opportunities, because you're in an amazing location.
Well, thank you so much, Jessica Peterson, for doing this interview with L28. We really appreciate your time and all of the insights that you've given us and our audience. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Great talking with you.
What an inspiration Jessica and Grace are to young girls and women here in the Aerospace Valley.
I agree. They definitely serve as role models and inspirations for some of these people. Grace Wang being a project manager and Jessica Sting Peterson being somebody who held high ranks in her institutions as well. It's incredible and a remarkable feat that not many people get to say they did.
Absolutely.
When we return from the break, L28 will be covering all the unique amenities that Sergeant Steve Owen Memorial Park provides local residents, as well as the Boulevard's back-to-school dance party, which transformed the downtown district into a fun night out for students and their families.
Thank you for tuning in to L28. The team will be bringing you coverage of one of the city's most communal spaces, Sergeant Steve Owen Memorial Park, and the downtown district's back-to-school dance party, Boulevard Dance. There are many locations here in Lancaster that promote a sense of community, but in terms of scope and activity, none compare to Sergeant Steve Owen Memorial Park. Originally known as Lancaster City Park, this public space now stands as a testament to the dedication and sacrifice of law enforcement officers and serves as a space for reflection and unity. The park's name is a fitting tribute to a fallen hero who gave his life in service to his community, Sergeant Steve Owen, a beloved member of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, who tragically lost his life in the line of duty on October 5, 2016. His unwavering commitment to protecting and serving his community left an indelible mark on Lancaster, and the new Memorial Park ensures that his legacy will continue to inspire generations to come. The park, located at a central intersection in Lancaster between Avenues K and L, is a beautifully landscaped space of over 63 acres that draw in sporting enthusiasts with its plethora of amenities, including 8 lighted tennis and pickleball courts, along with courts for basketball and volleyball. The crown jewel, however, is the renowned Big 8 softball complex. This haven for softball and baseball aficionados not only hosts thrilling matches, it also offers state-of-the-art batting cages, perfect for fostering a sense of camaraderie amongst players and spectators alike. Families converge for joyful weekly gatherings such as Monday Night Bites, creating a memorable and fun gathering on a day most people typically do not look forward to. This weekly event hosts a wide variety of local food truck vendors, live music, and occasional free giveaways, making it the perfect setting for a family outing. The park is also home to a large group picnic shelter that takes center stage. Perfect for barbecues and group festivities, the park also offers an abundance of individual picnic tables thoughtfully placed throughout the area. And for the local youth, the Tot Lot emerges as a favorite among children. With vibrant playground equipment and oversized boulders that beckon little climbers, the Tot Lot transforms playtime into a thrilling adventure. The large jungle gym complex encourages children to refine their motor skills while nurturing a spirit of exploration and resilience. The Sergeant Steve Owen Memorial Park isn't just a tribute to one man's service, it's a reflection of Lancaster's resilience, compassion, and appreciation for those who dedicate their lives to safeguarding the community, serving as a reminder that a city's heart can be found in its community spaces. With its rich history, diverse activities, and welcoming spirit, the park encapsulates what makes Lancaster a thriving and tightly knit city. As visitors gather beneath the shade of the park's many trees or attend one of the many family-friendly events held throughout the year, they are reminded of the lasting impact one individual can have on a city and its people. Sergeant Steve Owen Memorial Park is located at 43063 10th Street West. For everything else going on in and around the city, be sure to stay tuned to L28 News.
The City of Lancaster's downtown district welcomed residents to the back-to-school dance party, the Boulevard Dance, a lively event that had roller skating courtesy of Peace, Love, and Skate, a foam party provided by Gather Blast, local food trucks, live entertainment, and a raffle for the community. Let's head to the Boulevard Dance for more.
Hello everyone, it's Angel from L28 News, and I am on Lancaster Boulevard, where it's been transformed into the back-to-school dance party. Behind me is the roller rink, provided by Peace, Love, and Skate. There's so many activities, so much to get into. Let's get rolling.
We have the foam party, the roller skate rink. We have the petting zoo, the virtual reality game truck, the bounce houses, lots of information vendors, food trucks, and lots of places for you to get prizes and win games.
The Boulevard Back to School Dance Party was more than an opportunity for community members to come together to enjoy an evening of skating and fun.
also a way to prepare students and teachers for the school year ahead.
AVTA has sponsored over 300 backpacks stuffed with amazing back to school supplies. So they're giving away backpacks. Starbucks is giving away lots of stuff for teachers and the schools. There are two big raffles. One is going to be the 50-50 raffle, and the other one is going to be a Gather Blast raffle that is going to go back. They're going to do a Gather Blast school party for an entire school, a complete foam party for an entire school. So we're really excited to see that happen.
Top Shelf Financial was also in attendance to share their financial support with the community.
Top Shelf, we're actually a financial service firm here in the Antelope Valley. We've been servicing the Antelope for 2-3 years now. What we do is really help protect families financially. We help protect them in the event of an emergency, God forbid, tragedy, through life insurance, retirement, annuities, investment strategies, anything financial wise that you may need to come take care of. You can come over here to Top Shelf. It's a new way of handling finances.
The Boulevard Back to School Dance Party had tons of activities, from roller skating, dancing, live entertainment, and so much more. This is only the tip of the iceberg, as the Boulevard Association is already looking towards the future.
Every year we have certain events that we put on. This is one of them. November we have another big event that we're putting on. And next year I think we have 9 events that we're putting on with the Boulevard Association. These events are fundraising opportunities so we can put on more events that will go back into their community.
This is Angel from L28 News at the Boulevard's Back to School Dance Party, throwing it back to you in the studio.
Wow, what a segment, Angel. That was amazing. It looks like you had fun at the Boulevard Dance Party. I saw you dancing. Now, when it comes to dance moves, what's your favorite go-to?
Ooh, favorite go-to dance move? I like to do a little jig, just like a little, or like one of these. You gotta like close your eyes when you do it too. You have to feel the music through the, yeah.
Absolutely.
What about you?
I just kind of like vibe out. I kind of stay within my feet, within shoulders distance, and kind of like sway to the beat. It's really beat dependent, you know what I mean? If it's a slow beat, then I'm swaying back and forth. If it's a fast beat, maybe you'll see me gyrate a little bit. And you know, I like to break dance.
So Joe, how did you enjoy your time at the Boulevard Dance? What was something that you took away from the event?
I thought it was a great way that the Boulevard Association teaming up with the Lancaster School District to show off the resources. And you know what? It's all about education, but hey, let's have some fun too.
I agree, and I like that you mentioned there was that collaboration, because even at the Boulevard Dance, they were still giving away backpacks filled with school supplies. There were tons of booths for kids to go and learn more about, take some pamphlets home, some flyers home. So it's, again, a great way for the community to sort of get back into the rhythm of things. You know, school's back in session, but that doesn't mean you can't have a little fun.
Right, and you know, shout outs to the AVTA. That cooling bus was really cool. I mean, it was a hot day and night, and it was great to just cool off at the bus.
So glad you could join us today. When we come back from the commercial break, today's episode will conclude with a look at Refi Snacks, a beloved small business that brings refreshing drinks and tasty treats to the AV, followed by a stop at the Great Wall. With delicious menu options that are a mile long, it's no guess why this Chinese restaurant keeps its customers coming back for more.
Thank you for tuning in to L28. We'll be ending today's episode with Refi Snacks, a locally owned business that takes its own creative twist on chamoy-infused candies and Refi-rimmed agua frescas. Afterwards, we'll be stopping by the Great Wall Restaurant, a local favorite for authentic Chinese cuisine. One of the best things about being a local resident here in Lancaster is having the opportunity to attend one of the many community engaging events which are held throughout the year. If you have attended Monday Night Bites, Cool Summer Nights, or even the Thursday Night Boulevard Farmers Market, then chances are you may recognize this local favorite for refreshing drinks and chamoy treats, Refi Snacks. Local vendor Refi Snacks has solidified its position as one of the Lancaster's top choices for satisfying a sweet tooth. With a fresh array of candy and chamoy-infused snacks and fresh made-to-order agua frescas, Refi Snacks not only satisfies taste buds, but also promotes inclusivity. At the forefront of their offerings are the collection of vegan snacks crafted with care and creativity. These snacks are 100% gelatin and dairy-free, making them an inviting option for those with a vegan diet and guests looking to explore plant-based alternatives. The incorporation of carrageenan, sourced from seaweed, serves as a natural thickener, adding a unique texture to the snacks while maintaining their vegan quality. Refi Snacks' commitment to community engagement is why this small business is quickly becoming a household name. Their active participation in weekly community events has cemented their status as a beloved local fixture here in the city. You may see their vibrant booths adding an extra dash of flavor to these gatherings, enhancing the overall experience for attendees. Some of Refi Snacks' most sought-after treats include chamoy-infused peach rings, sour strips, Sour Patch Kids, Warheads, and the much-loved real mango strips. Their creations aren't just snacks, they are mouth-watering experiences that bring back childhood memories. Founder and CEO Refugio A. Rodriguez's vision goes beyond creating delicious treats. He envisions Refi Snacks as a brand that embodies kindness and self-belief. This ethos shines through in every snack that they offer and the quality of care given to every customer that they serve. In a world where food options are becoming seemingly infinite, Refi Snacks stands out as a beacon of community engagement and uplifting values. With their vegan-friendly range and diverse selection, Refi Snacks continues to redefine snacking while promoting a message of inclusivity and self-empowerment. For those seeking a flavor-packed adventure and a brand that resonates with their values, Refi Snacks invites everyone to indulge, share, and be part of a community that celebrates kindness and self-belief. To learn more about their products or to make an order, visit their website at refisnacks.com.
What are some of your go-to, you have to buy it whenever you see Refi at an event? What are some things that you can't leave without them?
Well, automatically when you see Refi Snacks, the booth, you got to get the agua frescas. My go-to is the pineapple, strawberry, and if I want to, get a little more flavorful, I'll add the mango in there. And then if I'm super thirsty, I'm just going to drink that straight. But if I want to savor it and indulge the full Refi Snack experience, add that Refi Rim, and man, you'll be taken back.
I couldn't agree more about adding that Refi Rim to savor the drink. It's just something about the chamoy and tahini that just pairs so well with the drinks. And they're not overly sweet. They're not watered down. They're like perfect. Whatever they're crafting back there, it's working wonderfully. And snacks, what are some of your go-tos? Because I recently got the freeze-dried Skittles, and let me tell you, an experience for your taste buds.
Yeah, the original wet candy, you can't deny the peach rings. So good, and just pretty much anything over there at the Refi Snacks. You can't go wrong.
I agree. So thank you to Refi and Refi Snacks for elevating community events and providing residents and visitors alike with a unique experience and delicious candy and amazing drinks.
And what a message too with Refi Snacks. Their motto, kindness matters.
The Great Wall Restaurant here in Lancaster serves Mandarin and Szechuan cuisine, sure to entice the taste buds of residents and visitors alike. The dimly lit interior creates a tranquil atmosphere, along with a wealth of oriental decorations lining the wall. The restaurant immerses guests in a world of cultural splendor and relaxation. However, it's not just the ambiance that makes dining at the Great Wall an unforgettable experience. The restaurant boasts an expansive menu that caters to a variety of tastes. Among the most popular items are the crispy golden egg rolls that offer a delightful crunch with every bite. The savory shrimp fried rice and the tangy orange chicken are a harmonious blend of sweet and savory that's served alongside the choice of egg rolls, fried wontons, rice, and the soup of the day, ensuring a fulfilling meal. For those who love to share appetizers, the Great Wall's menu is a treasure trove of fresh and delicious options. Prepare to fill your stomach with juicy barbecue spare ribs, which are coated in a flavorful sauce, and cream cheese wontons fried to perfection that melt in the mouth with their creamy interior. The paper wrap chicken presents a symphony of tastes, combining tender chicken with aromatic spices. Diners seeking variety can indulge in the assorted appetizer tray, a delightful ensemble of these tantalizing starters in smaller portions. The Great Wall's culinary expertise extends to its special suggestion menu, featuring classics like spicy General Tso chicken and the indulgent honey walnut shrimp. Diners can also savor the aromatic chicken and chentu beef, each dish a masterpiece of flavors meticulously crafted to please discerning palates. In a city that's bountiful in culinary diversity, the Great Wall Restaurant stands out as a haven for authentic Mandarin and Szechuan cuisine. With its inviting ambiance, attentive staff, and a menu that showcases the best of Chinese flavors, food enthusiasts are encouraged to visit the website on the screen to order online and see their full menu. So Joe, for viewers who have never been to the Great Wall before, what are some of your recommendations for them?
One go-to recommendation I highly recommend would be their wrapped paper chicken. This paper chicken comes wrapped in foil, and now it's just marinated in it. And you open it up, chicken is just sitting right there, the piece of chicken, and it's just steaming. You can see the steam, and then once you take out the chicken, and you can just taste all the flavors. When you report there, you said symphony of flavors, 100% accurate.
Wow, you know what we always say here at L28? Lunch
L28 lunch?
at the Great Wall Restaurant? I think so. We'll see you guys there. Well, thank you for tuning in to the City of Lancaster's news. I'm Angel.
And I'm Joseph, and this has been L28 News.